guys, it's me, Ursula Thomas, and of course, I'm sitting with
Jim Thomas. Hi.
And so, only reason we're back in here is because I had to do a video for my other channel. So I was like, I'm already set up, so we just gonna come in here and do it instead of sitting at the table. And so, with that being said, we're gonna jump right off into it. Number one, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year's!
Okay, I really pray that you get everything you desire for in this new year, 2021. I thank God because He has never left us nor forsaken us in 2020, 2019, 18, 17, 16. Let's keep rolling. So He's definitely not going to do it in 2021. So with that being said, Happy New Year and welcome
to our channel.
So, of course, you know, like I said, I am Ursula Thomas, and of course, I'm sitting along with my husband,
Jim Thomas.
And we're going to talk to you guys just briefly. This is actually a video that we had already did. We did it, I think yesterday morning. We was going to get some coffee. And, you know, I just wanted to, what we're going to try to do is have like more impromptu videos. And the impromptu videos is really us, especially if we are out and about, just popping on and just as God give it to us, as we be having conversation amongst ourselves, to just pop on and include you guys in it. Because sometimes we be dropping some gems to each other, honey, and we be wanting to share them gems like little explosions all over. So with that being said, the other morning we was actually in the car and we was talking about flexibility. And so the thing that we was basically saying about flexibility is you really cannot have a successful marriage or relationship if you cannot find yourself being flexible in it. Because when you are flexible, that means you're not making it all about you. You're taking some of that selfishness out of you. And you're not saying it's my way or the highway, or it's my way, or it's not right, or it's my way, yeah. And so I was sharing, talking with my husband, I was saying, you know, I can honestly say that that was hard for me. That was hard for me only because me being the youngest out of 4 girls, and I was spoiled. And then when I got married, it was a continuation of being spoiled. So, and then also it was the relationship that me and my husband had. So if my husband told me something, you know, at that time, I believed it. You know, it was set in stone. It was going to happen. So if he told me something and it didn't happen, oh my God. That was like fire and And so, you know, it took me some time to not only to mature, but it took me some time to, just for me, to not set myself up all the time for such emotional drainage. So, you know, I had to learn that, you know, life happens and, you know, situations don't always end up like you want them to or like you expect them to, but you have to find a way to keep moving and not letting it affect your entire day, your entire week, your entire month, because things have a tendency, they know how to linger on, especially if you are the promoter of them lingering on. And so that's something I think we all have to really grab a hold to, you know, on the job, you know, in relationships, even with your children. You have to learn how to have some type of flexibility. You can't always be like a brick, a stone, you know. You're not going to ever turn. You find yourself in a place of heaviness and anger a lot. Would you say?
Yes, I know, because really understanding how flexibility works, and I always say that, how does flexibility look to you? How does love look to you? How does forgiveness look to you? And flexibility looks totally different for me at the age I am now as opposed to 20 odd years ago or 15 odd years ago, because I was finding myself, and I was finding myself through really learning me. being able to accept that, I got some messed up ways. I'm not always right. I need to really work on some things. I need to tone it down. I need to not be so loud. And in the process of me working on me, so therefore when my wife would come at me in certain ways, and automatically I wouldn't just get angry or say the wrong thing or just wouldn't think things through, and honestly wouldn't actually walk in love with my mouth. Because why? There was no flexibility in there. And when I began to gain some flexibility, it helped me to think a different way. How the Bible says our channel is staged on how two becomes one. And when your better half, or even individual in your household, or even people in the workplace, or in the church, or just on the street, not only how you view them and how you view yourself, do I have enough flexibility in me so I can project out a certain way? And I can honestly say where I'm at right now, there is a certain look that I want to look. There is a certain way I want to talk, a certain way I want to act. And it takes flexibility. And I always say when flexibility shows up, you always have to take other people's off the hook. Because there'll be a lot of things that go on in life that you don't like. Mm-hmm. And it might be right. Mm-hmm. Hey, you can see some ugly people in the world. And then how do you transform that, having that same type of just behavior for those people as you would in your household? Flexible.
I like how he said that, because one of the things that we know that happens all the time is life. And a lot of times we will excuse life happening and just focus on what we want. I want this, you said this, yada yada that. And we forget about, or don't even think about, what kind of week did this person have? What kind of day did this person have? What kind of, morning did this person have? And so I think when you're not flexible, you are really taking out the ability to, like you said, not only walk in love with your mouth, but to walk in love, period. Because when you are very selfish, that is not walking in love. When you only think about you and what you want and what you're gaining and what you're getting out of it, you're not walking in love. Mm-hmm. And so in order for you to even have a halfway decent relationship in marriage or in the workplace or whatever, you have to learn how to be flexible. Yes. You have to learn how, say for example, your wife might have said that she was going to cook steak that night. Well, you don't know what transpired and she didn't get the opportunity. Or she might have just, decided, I just don't feel like cooking steak. And for you to come like, I had steak on mine, I've been thinking about that steak, all that, blah, blah, blah. That's still not going to accomplish the steak magically appearing. You're just presenting an argument, you're getting frustrated, you're getting angry with one another, and now that can lead into something else, which probably is already an undertone of something else anyway. And that's just like, for example, your husband might say, oh babe, when I get in,
I want to just make love to you.
Yeah.
I'm so okay. And then and 2-3 hours later you get home and you take a shower and she's already at the house and you don't know what then took place. Now just per se, hey, tonight it's not foreplay night. You just want to you just want to have fun. And you're not thinking about the wife and stuff, and now she brings up something that stops that flow. Do you have the ability to tone it down and be flexible, even if that means, guess what, not making love to her, but making love to her in a way, hey babe, all I need to do is be held. I just want to be held. I just want to be in your arms. I just need to communicate with you. I just need you to tell me that you love me. A lot of times, when I was young in my marriage and stuff, I held that back sometimes. when I could have told my wife, baby, I really love you. I really appreciate you. I thank you for marrying me. I held back on that flexibility because why? I was trying to work something out within me. And when I got into the church, and I thought that flexibility looked the same way because I seen some erroneous examples, and I had to just go within myself and find out what worked for me in my household, not what worked with my mom and dad or my sisters and brothers in their marriage. What works for Jim Thomas and Ursula Thomas in our marriage, in our home, so we can maintain a sense of flexibility, and that's flexibility will span into all other areas of our life, physically, spiritually, socially, financially, just being friends, just open communication, gentle dialogue, even knowing that, hey, something is going on. Is everything all right, baby? Yeah. She's not communicating it. What's wrong? And I had to learn how to tone it. Is everything okay, sweetie? Okay. Well, if there's anything going on, please let me know. Love you. Do she want to be touched? Do she want to be felt? Does she want to be caressed? Those cues come in, flexibility. Mm-hmm. And I had to really gain that even more because, hey, I got girls. I didn't have boys. I had girls. I had to learn flexibility and what was important. Mm-hmm. You know, as opposed to football players having cheerleaders. Me as a father figure showing up to the cheerleader practice, some of the volleyball practice and stuff, and that's where sometimes I was the only father. And at first I thought it was so goofy, and as I grew into my daughters and even more, man, I became so proud because those girls, they needed that. They needed me there. Hey, Daddy. And I remember even some of the women saying, "You're such a good father. You're here. You're so patient with them." And I had to think about things like that because I wasn't so patient. But as I began to be flexible in how I thought about my babies and how they needed me, flexibility came in, and it extended outwardly into a better sense of love. So then it became a want to. I want to be flexible, not only to my family, but to my relationship with people in all facets of life. Because I have something that's on the inside of me that's valuable, that they need. And I know that now.
Yeah. And so, you know, we're not going to talk long. Of course, the first video was a long one, and it was a good one. But we're not going to talk long, but we did want to pop on and add that and just share that with you guys, that being flexible and having flexibility in your marriage or in any relationship.
Especially, can I say this too? Mm-hmm. Also, especially as a time like this, when the when so many parents, when so many people is really at home, when you're so used to being like at the job site so long, and well, one is at the job site, the other's at home. Now you got the wife and the husband there for large periods of time, and the kids. Now certain things has changed, even with education and stuff. Being the babies, you know, hey, having to Zoom with classes and things of that nature. Now it's pushing you, even as parents who's not very familiar with the computer and Zooming and Skyping and all of that and stuff. And it takes some flexibility, because you know, like, I've seen some of those babies are whiz on the computer where the parents are not. And
it's true.
And you know, and oftentimes when they come into the schools, and I be there, and they have to bring computers back, and having to wait on principals and other people to get there, because I'm at various schools. You know, my day start very early and stuff, and I said, hey, could you just please hold on for a second? Hey, I promise you, we're gonna get somebody into this building. Hey, we're gonna get you guys some new computers. We're gonna get you what you need. And I want to thank you that you spent time to come here. For your babies. You have to have flexibility, and you have to put yourself in others' shoes, especially at a time like this. And I truly believe, as going forth in 2021, that's an area that I think everyone needs. I need to be able to show more flexibility, and if I can show more flexibility, I can show more love. I can show more patience. I can show more understanding. I need to be flexible in certain areas of my life.
It's true. And so you can see how important being flexible is, how important flexibility is, and how you need to incorporate, that very well so into your life, and how it can change your life, how it can change you, and how it can change your relationship, and how it can change the way you see one another, how it allows you to take one another off the hook, how it allows you to be able to love beyond your own self, love beyond your faults, your fears, your failure, love beyond what even your expectations. Sometimes you have these certain expectations. When they don't meet our expectations, we don't know how to be flexible around them. And so if you want to have a happy home, a happy relationship, a happy husband, a happy wife,
Or happy mindset.
Happy mindset.
Just
You got to learn how to incorporate flexibility, and once you do, you can find out and you can see and learn how you really can live under the same roof as two individuals. But when you are married and truly united and truly hear the voice of God, God can take the two and truly turn y'all into one. We love you guys.
bye.
Bye. Be flexible.